All right, it's time for Old School to meet New Cool. I'm the Old School, and Nick Resler is joining us, and he's the new cool. But today we are discussing home buying now versus then. I guess then is when I bought, and how the market has changed over the years. You were just telling me that you bought your first house when you were 22?
Oh, no, 2022.
2022.
So 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
That would have been gnarly.
I was like, wow, that's impressive. So it's 4 years ago you bought your first house. Mm-hmm. Okay, and what was that experience like? Which also, so is it okay if I say your age?
Yes, absolutely.
So you're 31. Mm-hmm. So you bought your first house when you were 28?
Yes, I believe that's right. 27, 28, yes.
Okay, that's also pretty impressive.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I definitely had a lot of assistance and support. The entire experience, it wasn't something that throughout any schooling or any education I had, they prepared you for what the meetings would be like, the concepts of the insurances that you'd be going through, the concepts of, there was the first time home buyer program that was kind of around. I don't know if that was around as well when you were buying your first home, but
no. Not in 1912. We didn't have that. Yeah.
But it was definitely just a kind of overwhelming, confusing experience.
Yeah.
My father at the time, he was, he had been looking at the way the interest rates were going. He was like, "Hey, dude, like this is going to start skyrocketing. We need to figure out some kind of way to help you get into a place. Otherwise, there's the potential that in the future it's going to become much, much more difficult to do that." And he helped guide me a lot of the way in the process of doing that. And I'm very humbled and gifted that was something I was able to
He wasn't really wrong.
No, sadly, I waited, I think, a week to
Mm-hmm.
sign a paper, basically. I hadn't been able to get into this thing, and the interest rate jumped up by just a few decimals of a percentage, and that amounted to me paying, I think, $200 more monthly on my mortgage.
Just that week.
Just that week.
Yeah, I at same age-ish, I bought my first house when I was 27, and I was living in Las Vegas at the time.
Whoa.
And I also remember it being overwhelming. As much as I had prepared and really tried to educate myself, it's still, it's a lot. It's a lot to try to understand hundreds of pieces of paper and all the things. And I've also had some friends then and now that, didn't have everything spelled out for them. Some of them got into some pretty not so great mortgages and ended up, losing their home. So it's something to definitely educate yourself on, definitely have help like you said you did. And so in hindsight, are you happy that you did it? And
in hindsight, I'm very, very grateful that things were able to work out in the way that they're where they are now. It's a bit of a struggle now. Some of the discounts and the availability that I was able to get that home involved me sort of paying more over longer periods of time. So my mortgage is something that over, I think it's 10 years or something like that, it will suddenly drop off significantly after 10 years. But at this point, and then you have insurance and stuff like that also constantly kind of moving up in it, like an increase in money. So I'm very grateful for the experience. It's
real
definitely
quick, what advice, we have about 30 seconds, what advice would you give anyone now that's planning on doing that?
Definitely have a substantial amount of money, not only after you've done the down payment, not only after you've signed off on the mortgage rates and which insurance you're going to go to. Just make sure you have a lot locked in. Make sure that you know exactly how long your mortgage is going to be going for with any kind of changing rates, and see, I think, the reputation of maybe your home insurance, and see, do they increase a lot over significant amounts of time? Just kind of network and talk with folks about where you're going, what broker, what mortgage agency, all of that kind of stuff. Basically, network, talk more, learn more. And
I guess one pro, even though there's a lot of pros and cons or good and bad that people think about, AI is now, there's a lot of tools you could use with AI to really nail that information down. All right, thanks, Nick. Don't go anywhere. We got more good news on the way. We'll be right back.